Live. What is up, ATG fam? We are back. We're ready to rock and roll. I got a very special guest. I'm super stoked to talk to him. He is the youngest fighter ever who he's actually living at Jackson Winks MMA. Can't wait to talk more about it. I got a lot of questions. Such a cool story. Am I right about that? Okay, cool. Let's waste no further time in introducing Duncan Paine, future UFC star. He's already a superstar, but just waiting patiently, huh?
Yep.
What's good, homie? And you can move that mic around as much as you want.
All right, sweet.
How you been, bro?
I've been good. Same old.
Heck yeah. You been training hard?
Yeah, every day.
I saw your video last weekend of you fought some dude in Colorado.
Oklahoma, yeah.
Was it Oklahoma?
Yeah. And Altus, it was this like super small town. It's like one straight road with like houses on it, and then on the other side of it's just like 500 yards of field. So
What?
Yeah, it wasn't very fun, but
That's random, bro.
yeah.
You just take fights wherever they pop up?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no one in Albuquerque really wants to fight me, so
You have to go venture.
you have to travel out there.
That's what's up, dude. Dang, that's crazy how, once you make a name for yourself, everyone's so worried about the records and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They like avoid good fighters. Like it's hard for good fighters to get fights.
Oh yeah, it sure is. Yeah.
But I saw the highlights, bro. It's pretty flashy.
Thank you, brother.
I wouldn't think that you were a wrestler because your stand-up game is pretty fire.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been wrestling since I was 4, and then I just started getting into striking. I'd say like 3 years ago.
Nice. So you've been wrestling since you were 4. Did you grow up here in Albuquerque?
Oh yeah. I've lived in Albuquerque my whole life, besides like 6 months in California. But
That's what's
besides
up.
that, yeah, just in Albuquerque.
What wrestling club were you on growing up?
I wrestled like with my dad and with the Albuquerque high school team,
Okay.
and like with the Albuquerque high club team, like the juniors.
Yeah.
Worked my way up from there.
Heck yeah. The competition in the junior level is insane now.
Oh yeah, there's some beasts.
I've been watching, or every now and then I'll like pop in at a tournament because I used to coach junior wrestling for like 4 years, and from like I'll take a break and I'll go back. Dude, there's little 5-year-olds hitting firemen,
Yeah.
just like lateral throws. It's like it's a hard sport to learn, but like once you've established your ground game, everything else kind of flows. I don't know. I've heard that before.
Yeah, striking's definitely much easier to get good at than wrestling, I'd say.
Yeah, because there's so much more to it. Yeah, I feel you, bro. Do you have a favorite MMA fighter right now?
Like Conor McGregor, honestly. I
Conor?
just grew up watching him, and
You still got your fingers crossed he's going to come back?
yeah, I don't think he will.
Me
We'll
either,
see.
but the fanboy in me kind of wants them to introduce President Conor McGregor
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
with the Billy strut. I saw you
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
the Billy strut, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, growing up, like whenever Conor was on his rise, I had so many, everyone hated him. It was like, you hate him, you love him. And I used to throw big UFC parties, and everyone hated him at my parties.
Hated McGregor?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, and so they're like, he just got where he's at because of his mouth. This guy is just, he sucks. He hasn't fought no one. And then when he leveled Aldo in like 12 seconds, I was like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Can't say nothing now.
Yeah. I think he's definitely one of the best overall in terms of like media, fighting, and just like flow.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the best fighters of all time in terms of that.
Like Prime McGregor fighting Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah.
That fight was like, it was almost like art, dude.
Yeah, I'd say honestly he might be the best striker of all time in MMA.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
for sure.
call that a stretch.
Dude, it's crazy to think his weight cuts too. Like you see him now,
Oh yeah.
and he used to fight at what, 145?
I think
He
I
fought
think
like
he
max
fought-
at 145.
he fought 55, and then he fought Cerrone at 70, which is pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was a big boy when he fought Cerrone.
Yeah, he's huge now. I think he probably walks around like 200 pounds at least.
He would have to come back and fight like Bo Nickel. Just kidding. Yeah, those big boys. What weight do you fight at now?
I fight at 125, but I'm sure as I get older, I'll probably get a lot bigger.
Yeah,
And I'd like to fight at 145, be a featherweight.
that's what's up.
That'd be the goal, because 25ers really don't get any attention.
Yeah, I mean, you could make it, dude. You could make it have attention.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, just do you like lift a lot, like now in the off season or in between fights? Like, are you trying to grow, or are you kind of more just maintaining for right now?
Honestly, I don't lift as much as I probably should.
Yeah,
I'm more kind of like I just focus on cardio and just technique and just drilling and drilling and drilling. Because I drill probably like 3 hours a day.
that's what's
I'll
up.
just drill takedowns or hit pads or something like that.
That's
Like 3
good.
hours a day on top of all my regular training.
Yeah,
But I should start incorporating more lifting just so I can start getting bigger.
yeah. It's tricky putting on like muscle weight because some guys, I mean, there's dudes at my gym that are jacked, but it's all useless muscle.
Mhm. Yeah, they
Like
walk around
for
like this.
fighting, it's like it's pointless. It's like a bulldog. They can't even, turn their head. So like whenever you see like big bulky dudes, I'm like, oh, that dude's gonna gas out in like 30 seconds.
Whenever I lift, though, I'll just usually, I don't even use weights most of the time. I'll just do like 4 sets of dips, 4 sets of pull-ups. I'll do this thing where I pull myself up on a pull-up bar
Yeah.
and just like switch my grips like this
Oh.
for like 30 seconds. And then I'll do this one where I'll get, I forgot the name of them, like little dumbbells. And I'll swing them up like this. And
Yeah.
I'll do that 10 times. And then I'll lift them 10 times.
Dang. That's solid. The circuit training is like next level.
Oh, yeah. It's horrible.
It's horrible. And I'm sure you train with like, with your training group. I feel like everyone's probably a lot older than you, right?
Yeah, I'm the youngest guy at the gym by like 5 years probably in the pro class. So
That's what's up. It's probably fun though being the underdog in the gym
yeah, it is.
because
Yeah.
you have everything to gain,
Mhm.
you know?
And then if I get beat up, it's like, who cares? He's 16. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's good, bro. That's really good. How did you or when did you kind of make the decision to stop going to school or because you got your GED, right?
Yeah, I got my GED.
So when did that happen? When did you say, you know what, I'm just gonna go MMA. We're going all in, feet first.
Well, last year during wrestling, I got injured before state, unfortunately, so I wasn't able to compete. But I've just hated school since I was like 2 years old. I just knew I didn't want to do this and hated it. And
Since you were 2.
yeah. Well, since like a kindergarten. I guess
Yeah,
I wasn't
like
in school yet.
as long as you can remember.
Yeah. But anyway, I remember sophomore year, like the second half of it after the wrestling season, I probably went to like 3 days of school.
Yeah.
I was just out ditching with my friends, having fun, stuff like that. And I knew I wasn't going to get anything out of it. I knew everything that I wanted in life I wouldn't need a high school diploma for.
Mm-hmm.
And then I convinced my parents. It took about 6 months for them to kind of agree to it. But then they let me get my GED one day because I honestly didn't even want to get my GED. I felt I don't really need this.
Yeah.
But my dad's like, just get your GED and we're fine. And then my mom was like, no way, my son's not going to be a dropout. And then I just told her every single day, I want to do this. I want to do this. Trust me, this is how it's going to work. I promise it's going to work out.
Yeah.
And then eventually she's like, all right, go get your GED. And then,
We could kind of talk more serious.
Yep.
Dang. So you just went and got it?
Yep.
Test out and they give it to you?
It's really easy.
Dang.
Like, seriously, I probably studied for 15 minutes the whole time.
Shut up.
Yeah, I went in there. It was funny, though. The science one was kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm, like, trying to read it, but, like, it's a horrible room. So just picture this. You're in there with all these, like, homeless dudes trying to, like, turn their life around. So I'm sitting in here. On my left is, like, this Mexican lady, probably 400 pounds, I kid you not.
Yeah.
And she's coughing
Ugh.
the whole time. On my right is this dude, and he's arguing with the instructor for, like, 30 minutes. He's like, no, I got it right. Because I guess she messed up, like, his break time or something.
Yeah.
He didn't get a break. So I'm in here trying to read this, like, stupid question.
And these people are just like
Yeah, it was
distracting
horrible.
you. It's like a hospital room.
Yeah.
Dang, that's
Yeah, it
crazy.
was a rough setting.
Talk about being calm under high pressure situations.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there trying to, like, remember this thing from, like, 7th grade that I learned about science. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this whole.
Dude, props to you for doing that.
Yeah,
though.
thank
You
you,
know,
man,
at
I
least you
appreciate
like check that box, and a lot of it seems like it's becoming more common for people to do that.
I
And
think
just
so,
start
yeah.
their career path sooner.
I feel like it kind of started a trend. I went back to Albuquerque High School yesterday, actually, just to see some of my buddies there because I was with one of my friends.
Yeah.
And he's like, you want to come swing by the school? I was like, sure, let's do it. And I'm in there, and, like, half the people I used to know all, like, dropped out or did, like, homeschool. So I feel like I kind of started a trend over there.
Nice.
It was pretty funny. I had people asking me for pictures and stuff at my school.
That's sick.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Dang. and so what grade would you be in now? Like a sophomore?
I'd be a junior. Junior, yeah.
Okay, cool. And that's probably where you'd go to school, Albuquerque High, you think?
Yeah. Not the greatest school, but that's where all my friends were, so
Yeah.
that's probably where I'd be.
Dang. I just keep thinking when I was your age, 16, my mind was not thinking about what I wanted to do with my life. Like, I'll be straight up honest. Like, I was just, my whole goal up until I graduated was just wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I cared about. The only reason I got good grades was just so I could wrestle.
Yeah, me too. I remember freshman year, I had like a 3.7 for the first semester just so I could be able to wrestle.
Yeah.
And then the second semester, I had like a 1.0 GPA.
No way.
Because I didn't care at that point anymore. And then sophomore year, it was the same thing. I barely passed. I had like a 2.1
Yeah.
GPA my sophomore, like the first semester. And then after that, it was like a .25.
Dang, bro.
It was bad.
You just showing up, just talking with the homies, chilling?
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't even show up most of the time.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's probably good you're not in high school, bro. Could be getting in some fights, hurting some other kids.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, there's just always fights at school, bro.
Yeah. There's been some funny ones too.
Yeah. I remember I had like an iPhone or like an iPod back in the day. You could record on your little iPods. Dude, I could have had a whole YouTube channel of just like high school fights, like saved on it. Like,
yeah.
have you ever heard of Street Beefs?
Yeah.
I feel like I could have started my own Street Beefs channel.
That death sentence guy. You know who I'm talking about?
Is he part of that crew?
Yeah, he's the guy that goes, "I am death sentence," and then he'll like jump in, like throwing this crazy
I
stuff,
haven't seen that.
and then he'll
dude.
just get knocked out. But he follows me on Instagram.
No way.
It's pretty cool.
Yo, shout out to Death Sentence.
Yeah.
My favorite fighter in Street Beefs probably Beach. I think his name's Beach or Mini Hulk. He's like short little black dude.
Oh yeah, and he's like a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call him like Baby Hulk or something.
Yeah.
I like those like Fringe fights because the characters are so much more outlandish.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed even like now, like with BKFC, they have some odd characters that you just can't help but watch.
Would you ever do bare knuckle?
Bare knuckle? Maybe. Probably not though. I care about my hands too much.
I don't think I could.
You could throw one straight jab the wrong way or
your hand
hit the dude's forehead. Yeah, you're toast.
Yeah. I mean, even in MMA, people break their hands because it's like small 4-ounce gloves.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I enjoy watching it, but I think MMA, UFC, like there's nothing better. There's nothing that'll top that.
I don't think so either.
Like the sport's just grown so much. And I don't know, man. I feel like right now is like a good sweet spot for you to like, bring your own character, bring your own diversity. Like they need like a new fire,
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
They need like, I'm tired of hearing Dagestans not talk, bro. I want someone to go in there and mop the floor with them, bro. That's why I'm like rooting for Bo Nickel, bro. We need an American to beat a Dagestan.
Yeah, that's where we got Aaron Pico.
Aaron Pico too.
He's gonna get in there and
he used to fight for
Bellator.
So now he's in the UFC.
He just got signed like a week ago, which is pretty sweet.
He had some bangers.
Yeah, he's gonna be a world champion, 100%.
He used to wrestle for Oklahoma, right, or something like that.
I think he wrestled. Because I know at 16 he had like the Olympic trials for wrestling.
Yeah.
And then he was like one spot short of making the Olympic team.
Yeah.
And then I think after that he just went straight into MMA. And then his first fight he lost in like 20 seconds, and I was like, because he had a ton of hype at the time.
Yeah.
And I felt like it all kind of died down, and then he smoked 4 dudes like crazy with these like highlight reel knockouts. And I think right now he's on like a 9-fight win streak.
And he's a lighter guy, right? Like 135 maybe?
Oh, he fought at 45.
Oh, he's at 145?
I don't know how on earth he makes 145 because he's huge.
He's like a little ball muscle.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. That's exciting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dudes. That's why I've been like enjoying the prelims more lately.
Yeah,
Because that's where the future talent's at.
For sure.
Those dudes who are just hungry and just trying to impress Dana.
Because Pico, I believe, is fighting Movzar. He's ranked number 4 because I think that's going to be Pico's first fight in the UFC is Movzar. I think that's like in May, I believe.
In May?
So that's going to be fun. I think Pico's going to knock him out.
Heck
And probably fight for the belt right after that.
Just because of his status already?
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. So whenever you got your GED and all that, what was the time period like after you got that? Were you already kind of talking with dudes at Jackson Wink and stuff like that? Were you already kind of training at these different camps?
Well, I'd been at Jackson's for probably 6 months before I ended up getting my GED. And then as soon as I got my GED, honestly, I think I might have moved into the gym before I got my GED. Because it was during summer when I got it, so I was already not at school. So I think I moved in like July. I think it was like right after my birthday, which is July 17th.
Okay.
I think I moved in there, and then I got my GED. But honestly, I really don't remember. But
did it take some convincing, like from those guys, like
from the gym?
Just being as young as you are?
Not really,
or
honestly.
They're
pretty laid back if you pay them money.
Yeah. That's cool, bro. I respect that.
Yeah.
The Jackson gym is sick.
Yeah.
I used to go there for like sports medicine stuff.
Oh yeah, like the OSM.
Oh yeah,
OSM,
like Dr. Spiegel, or I don't even know what.
Bo Hightower.
Bo Hightower,
Yeah,
the chiropractor dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and whoever else does that with him.
I think Anthony Sotelo is the guy that does
Yeah.
it.
Oh, and me being such a big MMA fan, like I'm getting treatment, and there's Carlos Condit right there. I'm like,
yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Have you met Carlos a few times?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carlos is a cool dude.
Yeah. There was a time where I was running into him like every weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
I train with him every Saturday, or most Saturdays. I don't go there every Saturday, but at 10th Planet.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
He's
I'll
a
go
good
there.
dude.
Yeah,
And I used to see him a lot at the junior wrestling tournaments because he's got little one.
He's one of like the only MMA fighters I know that's like a solid dude.
Yeah.
Besides just fighting.
Heck yeah. That's it's cool when you meet your heroes and they actually are, you know, legit. I'm always afraid to meet people that I like look up to or see from certain, because you don't know how they're gonna be.
Yeah, most people I've met that are high up in like the UFC or very famous are very like respectful.
Yeah,
I've noticed.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I'm trying to think of anyone that I've had a bad interaction with. I don't think I have.
Kamaru Usman was kind of rude when I met him.
Was he?
Yeah.
Bro. Shout out to Kamaru. No, I'm just kidding. I'm trying. Whenever I went to, I used to go to Vegas for the UFC cards. I wouldn't go to the actual fight, but I would go because they have this expo, and it's for free. And like they're doing ESPN interviews. And
oh, sweet.
So I would just go fanboy it out, and like just being in that environment, seeing all the dudes there, it just like amped up my, you know,
sweet,
my interest in MMA.
Yeah.
You know, you get to see BJ Penn there, like just chilling. You're like, what? He's like playing cornhole. What about Cowboy? Have you ever met Cowboy?
I met him. I didn't really talk to him, but he came to 10th Planet like 8 or 9 months ago. Or no, I think it was over a year ago before I was at Jackson's. And I remember I saw him and I was like, that dude looks like a badass. But I didn't know who he was at the time.
Yeah.
Like, obviously I knew who Donald Cerrone was, but I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, that dude looks like a badass.
He just has that aura.
Yeah, and then after he was gone, I was talking to Nate Harris at 10th Planet.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, that was Donald Cerrone. I was like, what?
Dude, he's a bad dude.
Yeah, he's cool.
I love fighters like that, like where you don't care if they win or lose. They're just such a big star, like Nate Diaz.
Michael Chandler's definitely one of those guys as well.
Chandler. Who else was like that? I mean, even I guess Connor, even towards the end, you didn't care if you won or lost.
Yeah.
But those fighters, like I love watching them. They're there to bang.
Oh yeah.
Because some fighters, you know, they're just trying to win. They want to win no matter what. And then the fighters that go in there, like, I'm just going to let it all hang out, dude. Like, even if I get smoked, let's just go for it. The fans, like, love that.
Yeah. I'm definitely one of those guys. I feel like, of course, I obviously want to win. It's very important. But I like just being able to throw flashy stuff, like Superman punches off the cage or tornado kicks and stuff like that.
Heck yeah.
It makes it more entertaining to watch for sure.
Yeah, dude. You guys are like the modern day gladiators.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're there to entertain. That's, you know, the belt is, you know, obviously the pinnacle, but you want to win fans along the way, you know?
That's why social media, I feel like, is so important because Greg Jackson always says this, we're entertainers. If you're not doing social media, find another job.
Yeah.
Because this is like, our whole purpose is to entertain, you know, we're showmen.
Yep.
Like, sure, we're fighting. Sure, we're actually, like, brawling, but there's still a lot of, like, showmanship in it, I guess.
Yeah.
You've got to, like, have people interested in you.
For sure.
Like, there's a lot of fighters that are, like, absolute beasts, but they have, like, 10,000 followers on Instagram. It's like, dude, you're in the UFC. I have double your followers. You could kill me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so important to have social media.
That's true. Yeah, that's the world we live in. You got to market yourself. And it's cool because you can market yourself however you want.
Oh, yeah.
You could be as creative as you want. You could be funny. You could be serious. You can, like, you have full control, which is cool.
Yeah, definitely.
You're not just, like, limited to, like, a once-a-year interview by some fight thing. And
Yeah.
they'll ask you, like, the most boring question ever.
Yeah. How was your fight camp? It's good.
Yeah, bro. And look at, you're just doing Against the Grain podcast, just chilling with the homies.
Yes, sir.
Glad you got to come hang out at the studio, bro.
Yeah, it's an awesome studio.
It's vibes. I always look forward to like MMA podcasts because that's the easiest topic for me.
Yeah.
I could talk fighting, and it's so cool because we got the UFC card tomorrow too.
Yeah.
To make some
Who
predictions.
do you got winning on that?
The main fight, bro. I feel like I'm betraying my brother right now, but I think I'm gonna bet on Diego winning.
Yeah, I think Diego's gonna win.
I've just been
I really
seeing
love
him.
Volk though.
Me too. It's just, dude. I don't think ever in the history. I mean, maybe in the history, but it's very, very, very uncommon for a fighter to lose two.
Yeah.
And then come back and get a belt.
Especially getting knocked out twice as well.
Yeah.
Because Islam knocked him out, I believe, with a head kick.
Yep.
And then Taporio got him with a hook.
Yeah. Like vicious finishes. But I love Volk, man. He's so cool. I used to hate him so much because he would always go against my favorite fighters like Max.
Yeah.
And then once I got over that and he went against Islam the first time in Australia. Do you remember that?
He
Went for the double. Yeah, he almost beat him and the crowd was going crazy.
I thought he won that fight, honestly.
Me too. after that, I'm like, this dude is gangster. Like I'm gonna go for this dude.
Yeah.
But then now he's fighting Diego, and I've just been watching Diego. He has like a flame.
Mm-hmm.
Like his training practices,
Yeah.
the way he's hitting the bags, he just
Yeah.
looks solid.
Scary, yeah. What about what's the co-main? Oh, Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett.
I think I'm gonna go with Chandler.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think because I've been watching Paddy's fights, and his stand up is sloppy. He doesn't go down the middle ever.
Yeah, he leaves
He's
his
just
chin
like
up a lot.
this. He just swings, and I feel like Chandler just going with the overhand left or right
Mm-hmm.
and just destroy him.
I feel like Paddy Pimblett kind of leaves his chin up a little bit. 'Cause he's
Mhm.
gotten caught. He does have like crazy heart though, because he's gotten caught very hard in some of his fights, and then he's came back and won them.
Yeah.
So who knows? But I think Michael Chandler just had such more experienced guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you ask me who's gonna win, Charles Oliveira versus Paddy Pimblett, everyone's gonna say Oliveira.
Yeah.
But Michael Chandler, I think, could have beaten Oliveira. Like he was beating him up like crazy in the 5th round,
That's true.
and Michael Chandler just fought so many more experienced guys than Paddy Pimblett has. But
And
we'll see.
that's another case too, where it's like Chandler probably could be have the belt right now
Mm-hmm.
if he did play it more safe
Yeah.
or whatever. But that's just not who he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Chandler, he's like a pit bull, dude. He's gonna just go at you.
Yeah.
He's not gonna like rest 2 rounds and then get a double leg, win a round.
Yeah.
He's
a
gonna
beast.
just go for broke. It broke my heart whenever Dustin got him in that choke,
Oh yeah, me too.
because he was like destroying him,
Uh-huh.
and then he just got too high, and Dustin just grabbed his neck and finished it. It's like, damn.
Yeah, that Oliveira fight was very good.
Chandler and Oliver.
I was in Vegas for that. On top, I was right by the T-Mobile Arena. They weren't fighting in Vegas, but I was just up there, just kind of hanging out at the Strip.
Yeah.
And I had on my phone, I had like one of those illegal like streaming sites or whatever.
Yeah.
And it kept like lagging out middle
Allegedly.
of the fight. Yeah, allegedly illegal. Yep.
And so you're like up in Vegas watching it,
yeah.
like all stoked.
And I was like jumping up and down because I was just so like excited for this, like in the 5th round.
Yeah. That fight, because he got finished, right? Didn't
No.
Oliveira finish him?
No. That was the first time they fought. The second time they fought was the most recent one.
Yeah.
And they went to decision.
Oh, yeah. That was where he was walking around with like Oliveira wrapped around him,
and
right?
then jumped on the
That was sick. Hold on real quick. I'm going to make sure we're good. I'm going to check on intern Steve.
All right, sounds good.
So intern Steve, I got him like on minimum wage, Steve, you know, but
He's doing his thing.
yeah, it's like
Stay,
You're helping the community,
Focused,
you know?
Stay focused over there, Steve.
Steve, come on. But I don't know, like I'm such a big fan of MMA, and it's so cool to see young stars rising and seeing, young guys like you that like found your purpose so early.
Yeah.
Kids don't find their purpose until they're like 25. Like even myself included, like I didn't figure out what the heck I want to do with my life till I was like graduated with school, like college. Like I was just going through the motions, like, oh, I guess this is what I got to do. I got to get a degree. I got to do this. But like for someone to like find their lane and just go feet first, it takes some balls.
Yeah. It was definitely. That's just kind of how I am. I'm either 100% into something or I'm not into it at all.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste my time going 50%.
Yep. And you found something that you're fully passionate about. And that's how you grow. Like if you're fully passionate about something and you go feet first, sky's the limit.
Yeah, definitely.
Like just with school, it's like you couldn't be good in school because you weren't passionate about it. You were like,
yeah,
I can't see where this is taking me. Like where I want to be, this isn't really serving me. Jackson's UFC doesn't care if you have a bachelor's.
Yeah, not at all. This guy right here, Sean O'Malley, he dropped out of high school, I believe, at like 16 as well.
Did he?
Uh-huh.
To go train with Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's another one. He's another one that I'm a big fan of. And I've also become a fan of Merab lately, too.
Yeah, I love Merab. Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Merab, it was crazy because Sean's always been like a social media guy and always been a character. And that's why he's, he was bigger. He was the bigger star before he even like got the belt.
Yeah.
But whenever he was going to fight or whenever he was fighting Merab, the lead up to it, Merab was like way funnier online.
Yeah.
Like the skits Merab was doing, I was like,
yeah.
this guy's hilarious, bro. He's like, come on, Sean, we got the fight. He's like, throw that joint out of your mouth. But his style, I don't know. That last fight where he fought Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, Umar. Yeah, that was
Umar,
a great
that
fight.
one made me, okay, this guy's next level conditioning.
Yeah, he made Umar look like a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
He's throwing him down and doing one of these and then taking him down again and then
Flashy.
piecing him up and then taking him down again and just kind of.
Man, Sean's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. I like both those guys a lot.
Yeah,
I've
me
trained with
too.
Marab out at Syndicate. I talked to Sean O'Malley a little bit as well.
That's what's
Last
up.
time I was in Vegas. I was
Pretty chill, dude.
cornering. Yeah, I was cornering my buddy Josh Hoke. Well, not cornering him, but I was in like the warm up room with them.
Yeah.
And it's me in there. Alex Pereira's like in the far end corner, just chilling there with his coach. I forgot his name. I think it's like Flino Cruz or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Sean O'Malley's on this side. Uriah Favors on this side and Marab's on this side, and we're all kind of just in the room chilling for like 45 minutes.
You're just watching these dudes warm up.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I talked to Uriah Favor. He's a super cool dude. I got his number.
You like about the same height as him?
Yeah, about the same height as him, yeah.
If your favor's a little dude, but he's a little bulldog.
Yeah, he's cool. I'm going to go out to Team Alpha Male, I think, soon and go train with them.
Heck yeah. That's a perfect training camp for a young light dude, especially who likes to wrestle.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that whole, what's the name of the camp again?
Team Alpha Male.
Yeah, Team Alpha Male. It's all dudes like Joseph Benavidez. It was, Uriah Faber, and then what was the other dude's name that he broke apart from them? Dylan.
Oh, TJ Dillashaw?
TJ Dillashaw. Yeah.
Right.
So like all those dudes, those little bulldogs, that's like a perfect spot to be.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many like branched out fight camps there are.
Like there's Jackson's, there's Syndicate, there's Extreme Couture, Team Alpha Male, Team Oyama, and then just so many other gyms with like these fighters.
Yeah.
There's so many different places I want to go to. I want to go out to Kill Cliff very bad.
That would be sick. Where's that at?
I believe Florida.
Okay.
I think it's like kind of by Miami.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Dude, sky's the limit. Just network.
Yes, sir.
Just go anywhere you go. Treat it like a job interview.
Yeah,
like first
dude.
impressions, everything.
Of course, yeah.
You got to just show up like, I'm the man. What's up?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a little kid, but I'll still choke you out. Just kidding.
Yes, sir.
How do you like, because, dude, it's, at your age, it's probably so hard to be distracted. Like, do you have, like, friends that are, like, trying to get you to go out and stuff? Like, or do you keep, like, how do you surround yourself with people that are keeping you focused?
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't even go outside some days. Like, Monday through Friday, I'm pretty much just in the gym the whole day. Like, I remember there's sometimes I'll be going out to get food or something at, like, 9 p.m. on a Thursday, and it's like, I haven't been in my car all day. My lights are still on. You know what I mean?
So you just surround yourself with that environment.
Yeah, that's honestly
like-minded people.
That's honestly probably the reason I moved into the dorms instead of staying with my parents, because it's just I'm fully immersed in it. There's no distractions. And then every once in a while on like a Saturday or a Sunday, I'll hit up some of my buddies and we'll go get some food or go do something. But
just do a random podcast.
Yeah. Right.
That's good, bro. That's really good, because there's probably so many classes at Jackson's too.
Yeah.
Different, I'm sure there's like jiu-jitsu classes. There's, I don't know. I would just be willing to guess. There's stand-up classes.
Yeah, there's a lot.
They do like a lot of live rolls and stuff too.
Yeah, there's every Tuesday and Thursday, Greg Jackson does jiu-jitsu class from like 6 to 7.
Okay.
And then we'll drill till like 6:40, and then we'll go live for like 3 rounds after. That's probably one of my favorite classes of the week. And then he also has a strategy class, which is where we all kind of just sit in a circle and just discuss game plans and like the mentality side of fighting.
That's a big one.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite class that we do.
That's not talked about enough.
Yeah, definitely.
The mentality you have to have, because there's some dudes who are elite in practice. But you go to a fight, there's crowds, there's ring girls, there's music, and you're just like frozen. Like everything just kind of goes blank. So you like have to envision yourself there. Yeah,
that's one thing I've been getting a lot better at, is that whenever I'm in like a high pressure environment, I don't go to that tunnel vision, because once I'm there, I'm not aware of my surroundings. Like I'm able to see the cage. Okay, jump off it, punch this dude in the face.
Yeah.
I'm able to be more aware. Hear my coaches, realize that this guy's hurt. Because I remember like when I was younger, I'd do wrestling tournaments and I'd get in there and it would be done with, and I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, did I win?
I can relate to that for
sure.
sure.
So I've been working on that, and I feel like I'm able to relax as much as I'm sparring as I am when I'm fighting.
Like getting in a flow state.
Yeah.
Where you're not really thinking, you're just reacting. Like your mind is doing it for you.
My last fight, I honestly felt really no nerves for it. I was just kind of in the back chatting with everybody because I knew I was going to beat my opponent 100%. And I'm like sitting there, so it's me, and then he's kind of where you are right now. And we're sitting there, and I'm just making jokes, talking to everybody. And he's like sitting there with his mouthpiece already in, his headgear on, like.
Just like.
Yeah, so I knew there was no way I was going to lose to him. But
that's good.
I'm angry I didn't finish him because I definitely could have, but It is what it is. We'll get him next time. But
Yeah, just test yourself in different ways. Going the distance. So you're like, check that box. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know I can finish a full fight. Didn't gas out.
Mhm.
Was that like a stand-up only fight?
Yeah, that was just kickboxing. Yeah.
Kickboxing? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It was kickboxing, but we could throw knees and we could clinch, I believe, for 3 seconds.
Okay.
And then I guess we're not supposed to sweep because I did sweep the guy, and then the ref was like, "Don't do that."
I saw that.
Yeah.
Where you caught his kick?
Yeah, and then just launched his
Just comes
leg out.
natural.
Yeah. Just years of wrestling, definitely.
Was he like same age as you?
He was 19.
He was 19?
Yeah. He was 3-1 at the time I fought him.
Okay.
So yeah, 3-1, 0-0.
That's good. Was that your first?
Yeah, the first kickboxing. Yeah.
That was your first kickboxing
Mhm.
fight? Dang, and no nerves. That's
Yeah.
good, man. The more that you can get exposure to fights,
Mhm.
now that you're younger, you could recover way quicker. Like, get that experience.
Yeah. And that's how I know, too, that there's no 16-year-old that can probably drop me,
Yeah.
I think. Because, I mean, I'm sparring with Steve Garcia,
Yeah.
Butters. That's another guy at the gym. He's a 125er.
Oh, I think I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, he's a tank. He hits like
He's
a
good
like
friends
a
with
truck.
Tim, I think.
Yeah.
He knows Tim. Shout out to Tim, Hydro Bar.
Yes, sir. Best water in the
Keeping
game.
us hydrated.
Yep. But, yeah, Butters hits like a tank. I remember I was sparring him on Tuesday. I had like a documentary crew coming in. Or no, it was Thursday.
Yeah.
I had like a documentary crew. They were making a story about me for UNM, like a UNM project.
Yeah.
And they have like this whole camera team. And then Butters just took me down and ground and pounded me for like 3 minutes. And I look up and there's like 6 cameras all pointed at me. I'm like, no, could turn it off.
They're all the future of the UFC. You're just like, ah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Dude, who cares? Get
Yeah.
smoked. If you're not getting smoked at your
I'm
in your
not in the
gym,
right place.
yeah, you're not in the right place. If you're better than everyone else, you're not growing.
Yeah.
Like, you need to put yourself in. Like, I think I remember GSP used to talk about that. Like, he would put himself in places where
Yeah,
he would get destroyed grappling.
You can't be a big fish in a small pond for sure.
Yeah. So that's cool that you're aware of, like, wanting to kind of go mess around with other camps, go for 2 weeks at a time.
Mhm.
Even if you take, like, 1 or 2 things back, it's like more ammunition.
Yeah.
Some dude teaches you some little trick, and you're like, oh, dang, what?
Yeah. I always learn little secret things, like different places I'll go. And everyone always has different opinions too.
Yeah.
Like for example, side control. Some people want your arms to be under their arm and like lock it like this. Some people want it to be on top. And it's just you kind of just figure out as many things as there are and then pick which one you like the most.
Yeah. Dang, it's like a game of chess.
Yeah. Very much so.
Use your strengths to your advantage.
Mhm.
Do you have a nickname yet or no?
Not yet. I'm thinking I might do the Highlander. Have you ever watched that show?
I've heard of
Highlander.
it. What is it about? Or is it like
It's a bunch of immortals, and the main character's name is Duncan. That's who I was named after.
No way.
And they go around cutting each other's heads off.
That's who you're named after?
Yeah.
That's sick, bro. So your parents already kind of knew you're gonna be a little bulldog.
Yeah.
I'm
And then
looking
my
it
last
up real
name's
quick.
Paine too, which is perfect.
Dude, I know. I was gonna say you have the perfect name to be an MMA star or basketball.
Yeah, right.
Duncan, bro.
Yeah.
Highlander. Oh, I've seen it. I've seen like this before. I haven't seen the movie. Keeps on giving me Highlander Toyotas. That's not you. So he's just like a warrior.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
This dude right here.
Yeah, that's him, yeah.
Sheesh.
And the catchphrase for it is there can only be one. So I feel like that's kind of perfect. I feel like I can't not do that.
Yeah,
But we'll see.
that's sick, bro. Dang, your parents picked a sick name for you,
Yeah.
bro.
My middle name's Aurelius after Marcus Aurelius.
No way.
And then last name's Paine. I believe it's after Thomas Paine. I don't really know who that is, but I
Okay.
guess he was some like warrior or something like that.
Okay. So you got a different last name than your parents? They gave you
No,
one?
my dad's last name is Paine.
Oh, he's Paine.
Yeah, my mom's is McDonald.
Okay.
I didn't really want that. Duncan McDonald.
Only Rory can pull that one off.
Yeah,
Just
right.
kidding. Were your parents into sports and stuff like that?
Oh yeah,
Like-
my dad actually used to train with Greg Jackson a long time ago at like Greg's first gym. And I think Greg was probably like 22 at the time because he opened his first gym at 17 years old, which is insane.
Wow,
Yeah, Greg Jackson's definitely, without a doubt, the greatest coach on the planet.
for sure.
I'd say 100%.
I agree. You know, Jackson's. I mean, it's always been the mecca of MMA.
Mm-hmm.
It was, you know, at a time you couldn't like. It was so exclusive too. You know.
Yeah. I'm
It
glad
was
they were
like
able
a
to let
Fight
me in.
Club.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that they, you know, figured out like a way to branch out to other people too. Because, dude, this community is so insane. Like, there's so much potential.
Yeah.
Like, even giving people chances, like people like you chances.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who knows what could happen?
Yeah, seriously, right.
I'm glad that they're open minded to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, especially with social media, there's so many different stars. Even like the female fighters now. Like there's a lot more female fighters that are like killing it, like from Albuquerque.
Yeah, like Lydia Warren.
Lydia
She's
Warren.
been doing really good. She's one of my training partners at the gym.
Shout
She
out
should-
Lydia.
Shout out Lydia. She should probably be in the UFC in the next couple fights, I believe.
Yeah. Heck yeah, bro. Tell her let's do a podcast.
Yeah. Get her in here.
I'm like, I any fighters I could get, I'm down.
Mhm.
Grapplers. I've had boxers on. Just whoever's ATG, bro.
Yes, sir.
I was like, this little homie's ATG, bro.
100%. Yep.
He's got the Travis Scott highlight clips
Yeah,
on
locked
Instagram.
in,
Like, dang, chill, homie. Do you have anyone helping you out with your socials, or do you like kind of give your friends ideas and then you just kind of post as you go?
I kind of just I'll find other videos online and then try to replicate them.
Yeah.
Like my buddy Joshua Hokett, he used to be in the NFL. He played for the 49ers, and now he's, I believe, 4-0 in pro MMA. He's the guy I went out to Vegas with for his fight.
Okay.
And he has a camera, so he'll help me make videos and stuff like that.
That's
And then Alpha Vision Media, his name's Romo. He works at Kingdom Muay Thai. He's a videographer, and he's, like, really good. I think he shoots for John.
no way.
So, yeah, he knows what he's doing for
So
sure.
You could do some sick edits.
Yeah.
That's dope. Dude, it's crazy how important those little edits are. Even just those little 30-second clips. Like, the more exposure, the better.
Mm-hmm. My Instagram's been popping recently. Pretty much every video is over, like, 50,000 views.
That's sick.
So, it's been nice.
Dude, that's so sick. Sky's the limit, bro. So the UFC doesn't let people in until they're 18, am I right?
Yeah.
Like
I believe so, yeah.
Raul was like the last one
Yeah,
they
he
had.
got in at, I believe, 17 off the Contender Series, but I think his first UFC fight was at 18.
Is that what you're thinking? Kind of like 18-ish?
Probably around 20.
Around
'Cause
20?
I want to stay amateur probably till 18
Mm-hmm.
and I want to be 6-0 and in amateur fights by the time I'm 18. And then after that, go pro, go 6-0, 7-0 straight to the UFC,
Mm-hmm.
and then stay there for my whole career.
That's good. That way you're seasoned.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I could see them, they've put fighters in too soon, too quick.
Yeah.
And then
Like,
you only
Sage
have one
Northcutt.
shot. Yeah, you have
Sage-
one shot. And if you get exposed instantly, like
Mhm.
Sage kind of got exposed,
Yeah.
it's tough.
He got knocked out and then went to the hospital or something. Wasn't he? He didn't fight for like 4 years or something because he got hit so hard.
Yeah, something wild. I think he's like still fighting at some weird league or something like that.
Yeah, he was going to fight for GFL.
Yeah.
That's this like new fight promotion where they got all like the retired guys, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Is that the one that Rampage and
No, that's a different one.
that's a different one?
Yeah. Yeah, those promotions are both falling through. Because like they canceled that whole entire event.
They're like one-off fights basically,
Yeah.
like a boxing. Yeah. It's so weird, like even with boxing, like they have these promotions, but it's just for one fight and then it's like
Yeah.
done skis.
Yeah,
UFC.
GFL is like a newer one, and they offered to pay all these guys so much money. I don't think they have that kind of money.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably never going to happen.
Just hoping that super fans like me want to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
Rampage
yeah.
fight. Who's he fighting again?
Rashad Evans.
Rashad.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try and go to that.
Oh, that's canceled.
Is it?
Yeah, the whole thing blew through.
No way. Because of money or something?
Yeah.
Dang it.
There was something shady going on, I guess, with that.
That would have been sick to see that at the pit.
Yeah, that'd been nice.
I just went to the PBR there.
PBR.
The
The
bull riding.
yeah.
Dude, the pit just like has so much energy in it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish so bad that UNM brought back a wrestling team.
Yeah.
Cause
Me
like
too.
imagine duels in there, how
Yeah.
sick they would be.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Like the pit got like top 10 basketball gyms in like the whole nation or something like that.
It's nice.
It's like underground. Yeah, UNM, dude. I mean, thank God we kind of got Highlands for wrestling, but there's so many good wrestlers that just stop wrestling after high school.
Does Highlands have wrestling? They have a wrestling team?
Highland, it's like Highland College. I don't know what it is. Highlands University.
It's like the purple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had a wrestling team. That's pretty cool.
They're like the only school that has a wrestling team in New Mexico. Everyone else kind of ends up trickling into like Colorado usually.
Yeah, UNM needs to get on that.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's so many stars that if they
Especially-
just stayed here, or we could even recruit.
Yeah, especially at like Volcano Vista. There's a bunch of beasts out there, like La Cueva.
Mm-hmm. Like we keep throwing money at the football team and they
Yeah.
get trash.
Yeah.
It's just money though. Like
Mhm.
think about how much more people go to a football game than they would go to like a duel, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I went to UNM and I don't know. I'm glad I just got through it. Glad I just like zipped through it. College is, I don't know. It's different.
Yeah, it seems like it would be fun.
I was a little partier, so I was like having a blast, but Looking back, I'm like, dude, I probably made some bad decisions
Yeah.
to send me back.
If I went to college, I would probably not be doing any schoolwork. I'd just be messing around all the
Yeah,
time.
it's so distracting. There's always something going on. There's this bonfire. There's this thing. And you're just like, all right, let's go. Like, if I had to go to school, though, during COVID, there's no way I would have passed. Like, 100% online. Like, I'm not that self-disciplined.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a fun time in my life.
COVID?
Yeah, because me and my buddies would all just go on like bike rides and stuff all day. Because my dad was like, I don't care, don't do school.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. And all my buddies' parents were kind of like the same way. So we would all just go on like bike rides and stuff all day, and everything's closed. And
get healthier.
Yeah. It was really fun times.
I think looking back, I did have a good time, too. I was fishing a lot more.
Yeah.
Just like doing stuff that you like have to be creative.
Me and my buddies would always play Pokemon Go.
Pokemon
I was in,
Go?
like, 6th grade, yeah.
Is that the one? Is it the app on your
Yeah,
phone?
and you
Or
like walk around and find
you
different
find,
things.
like,
yeah.
they got you out on the mesa looking for a
Yeah,
Snorlax?
Yeah, exactly.
I've been seeing so many fights on Instagram of people fighting over Pokemons.
Yeah.
It's wild. I guess because everyone's scalping.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much of a serious thing it is.
Yeah, like at Costco, they
Yeah.
have these packs, and there's like
People
dudes
waiting
throwing
in line until
hands.
3 in the morning to
Bunch
go
of
get
nerds, dude. Just throwing hands.
over a Charizard.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so hurt. I had like the most legit Pokemon stash when I was younger, and I think I just threw them all away.
Yeah, they're probably
like,
worth something now too,
dude,
for sure.
Easily, I probably could have made like $4,000.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm too cool for Pokemon.
Yep.
Blah, threw it all away. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, that's a car right there.
Yeah. But I have like some nerdy friends that held on to them, and they're like, make some money. Yeah. Tim seems like he makes money off like cards like that.
Tim
from Hydro Bar.
Oh, really?
He like collects like stuff like that
Like
and
fighter
sells
cards?
them. All kinds of cards. He was telling me about his collection. Even like, I don't know if he has Pokemon cards, but fighter cards and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know. That's why I want to keep these canvases, bro. If I blow up one day,
Yeah,
just have like a little auction.
They're probably worth something for sure.
I'll be like, hey, bro, that's episode 3. That was a good episode.
Yeah.
What about for your walkout song? Did they let you choose for that fight, or you guys just go out to whatever?
The one I did for this one was Ain't No Love in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Just because it was in Oklahoma. I don't really like the song, but I just wanted to kind of win over the crowd a little bit.
Yeah.
Which it did. And I don't know what I'll do for the next one. I like The Chain by Fleetwood Mac.
That song goes
Yeah.
hard. The beginning of that song
Yeah,
just gets you riled
Dun,
up.
dun, 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 or I don't know how it goes.
It's like a banjo
Yeah,
almost,
yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Listen to the wind blow.
Dun, 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 dun.
Heck yeah. That's got to be so fun. That's part of the reason that's the only reason I would want to do a fight now is just to come out to my own
Yeah,
song.
you should,
Even
yeah.
if I get smoked.
You should get like an amateur fight. That'd be cool.
So, that would be sick. I don't know, man. I'm an old broken man,
Yeah.
dude. I'm just using my voice these days.
Yeah.
Go to the gym, stay healthy, but I think those days are behind me.
Yes, sir.
I do miss wrestling though a lot. That's one thing I do miss. Like I miss coaching. Maybe I'll get back into that one day.
You should, yeah.
What do you think wrestling helped you out a lot, like mindset wise?
100%.
Like just growing up.
Yeah, there's no way that it didn't help me. I mean, whenever I go with people that have not wrestled, they just feel soft. You know what I mean? They don't have that athletic ability or that like
Grit.
able to experience pain.
Yeah. And be comfortable in it.
Yeah.
Like drowning, but still having to perform.
Yeah.
There's nothing like worse, and I don't know if you would agree with me or not, but there's nothing worse than being in a match and you're gassed and they're not. That's like every wrestler's biggest fear. Because when you can't breathe and the other dude's just there, you're like, oh my gosh, dude, what the heck? What are we going to do?
Yeah.
But it like trains you to be like, to avoid that as much as you can.
Oh, yeah, for
Like
sure.
you want to drown yourself as much as you can in wrestling practice. So when you go out there, you're not sucking eggs.
Yeah, I've lost my fair share of hard matches.
I bet you they taught you a lot though.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely bawled my eyes out in a couple of bathrooms before after losing matches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's the worst feeling in the world for sure.
It is. It teaches you how to lose, but then it teaches you, to work harder.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if you lose, it's all you. You can't be like, oh, well, Steven messed up
Yeah.
or so-and-so. It's like, nah, dude, you.
Lost. He
Yeah.
won.
And that's a lot of pressure on a kid,
Yeah.
especially at a young age, like
Yeah,
4
yeah,
years
yeah.
old, getting head and armed.
Yeah.
No one could do nothing. You're just on your back. I remember my mom and my grandma, she was like, you know how your parents all go watch you?
Yeah.
She's like, I'll never forget. Like, I saw you lose a match when you're like 6. And I like shook the kid's hand and I just went and ran to my grandma. She's like, my heart was just so broken.
Yeah.
But then the opposite too, when you win those big matches.
Yeah, it's the greatest feeling in the
Oh
world.
my gosh, dude! Like whenever you're down by 6 points,
And you just catch some.
you double underhook some kid,
Yeah.
you get him. It's like the biggest adrenaline rush you could
Yeah.
have.
I had one match. I was at a Iowa wrestling camp, and I guess the guy I was going against was like an Illinois state champ or something.
Yeah.
And I was getting ragdolled. It was like 14-2 or something. And then there was like 10 seconds left, and I threw a Granby.
Yeah.
And then I just caught his head in the head and arm and pinned him, like in front of like the whole Iowa like college team.
So you did a Granby, he followed you, and then you caught the head and arm?
Yeah. So I Granbied, and he kind of like went with me to catch me on my back, but I rolled all the way through and like caught his head with my arm.
And you got him?
Yeah.
Were you just like,
Like a
pounding your
scarf hold,
chest or
yeah.
what?
Yeah, I was hyped.
Like King Kong?
Yep, exactly.
Steve. Yeah, I used to. It's so crazy too, the mental game, because nowadays they have like track wrestling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of kids like lose the match before they even show up because they look at this kid's thing and they're like, oh, this kid's only lost 2 matches. I'm going to
Yeah.
lose.
Yeah, I'd try to not look at those things because I'd be like dwelling on it and be like, oh, but this guy beat me and he beat
you
him.
start doing
yeah.
the math.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, yeah, exactly. That's why I used to love to go to like national tournaments. Like they used to have the Rocky Mountain Nationals, stuff like that. Because you wouldn't know anyone.
Mhm.
Like back in the day, there wasn't track wrestling.
Yeah.
So like anyone could beat anyone. Like,
Mhm.
and then you would beat a guy after, and then you'd find out like, dude, that guy was actually legit. You're just like,
Yeah.
dang, you know, because you went into it not even expecting it.
Yeah. I've definitely lost my fair share of matches that I should have won, and also won my fair share of matches that I should have lost.
Yeah.
So I don't really pay attention to those anymore because he could be the best guy in the world. Like, I mean, Gable Stevenson, for example, he just got beat by, I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
My dad knew because my dad watches all that.
Yeah.
And he was telling me, he's like, dude, I'm telling you, I don't know about this dude.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like guys like that, anyone could be beat.
Yep. We all bleed the same.
Yep. That's true. You just got to show. It's like, it really is you versus you.
100%.
Like you got to just, if you lose, it's something you did and you just got to take responsibility. Rewatch your videos. Do you rewatch your tapes a lot?
Yeah. I watch a lot of film on sparring and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like try and beat yourself. After every match, how could I have beat myself?
Yeah.
What am I doing? Am I like leaving my chin open when I do this thing? Am I not checking enough?
Is this bottom hand dropping on my jab or something, you know?
Yeah. Because there's a lot to it. It's like a chess game.
Yeah, absolutely.
But dude, I hope you continue to keep
Yeah, I
thriving,
will, I
bro. I'm
will.
excited for you. You know, you're already popping on socials. You got a good fan base. You got the community rooting for you, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You know, so it's
It's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling. It's a lot of responsibility, but like just use it as ammunition.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
definitely have my fair share of haters too.
That's good.
It's pretty
That
funny.
comes with growth, bro.
Yep.
Let them talk from the stands.
Yes, sir. Yep, exactly. You saw the video.
Yeah, you got some haters in the crowd telling you
Yep.
to go back to school.
Yeah.
Hey, you just gotta own it, bro.
I got in like a little bit of an argument with him after.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't know if I can cuss on the podcast, but
It's up to you.
okay. Yeah, he came up to me because I told him that's why you're on the stands,
Yeah.
and he said that's why you're a fucking amateur. And he like comes and he's like, there's like a fence in between us, and I said that's why you're 45 and fat, and then I'd fuck your wife. And then he like kind of ran at the thing. And
Is this like a parent or something?
yeah, I don't know. I think it might have been the dad of the guy I beat,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure. Which that makes it a lot funnier too.
Yeah. That's so funny, bro. You're just out here freaking just. Like, good for you though for being able to stand up for yourself and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
being quick on your feet, you know?
Yeah.
Because some people like they say something to you and they just freeze up. You have to
Yeah.
be quick because, you know, especially like the more you keep growing and the more you start doing interviews, you're going to get thrown off. You're going to be doing an interview and one of your opponents is going to be talking crap from behind the scenes.
Yeah,
and you just
yeah,
got to
yeah.
be quick with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's one thing I've always been good at is talking shit.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's a skill in its own, bro.
Yeah,
Some people
definitely.
can't. Some people can't just be good on the mic. It's a skill.
I've gotten in my fair share of arguments at Jackson's for sure.
For real?
Yeah. Not like actual angry arguments, but just like roasting each other for hours, making fun of each other.
Yeah. You have to. You have to
Yeah.
be able to dish it out and be able to take it.
Yeah.
Are there any other young fighters or like people close to your age at Jackson's? Like, what's the closest like person to your age? Like 18?
Well, there's some teens there, like my age and younger, but they're in like the beginner class, which is like I coach them. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I'm their coach. But in the pro classes, there's nobody even close to my age. I think I'm probably the youngest guy in there by like 5-6 years.
Are you aware of that kid I don't know how old he is, but he has like pink hair. He's like a young
yeah,
fighter.
Jaden, yeah.
Yeah. Does he train with you guys at all, or he's doing his own thing?
I don't know. I don't even think he fights, to be honest. I'm not sure, honestly. I think he just does social media, but
Like social media.
yeah, I don't know if he's fought.
He has pink. Yeah, I think we have to be talking about the same kid.
Yeah, pink hair, Jaden.
He's like he's a younger dude.
Yeah.
That's the only like younger fighter I could think of.
He seems cool. He's messaged me a few times on Instagram. He seems like a nice dude.
Yeah.
He's telling me, I guess he got hit by a bus, and then he's like, I'm gonna start fighting now because he was getting bullied.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's a good change of events.
Yeah,
Get
I
hit by a
guess so.
bus. You're like, you know what? I'm never gonna get hit by anything
MMA
again.
MMA time.
It's like, if I could survive this, no punches can touch me.
Yeah.
That's sick. And so do you spar a lot with like girls too? Like, did that you? Because I feel like there's probably like a lot more partners that are females that are smaller.
Yeah, definitely. Main one is probably Lydia Warren, and then one other person who I can't say the name of, but got kicked out of the gym recently.
Okay.
Was a good partner. And then
is it tough like sparring chicks? Like, do you have to just shut off your mind?
Mentally, it is a little bit.
Like, you feel bad.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to punch her in the face, but
but then you get hit and you're like, all right,
okay, let's go.
fair game.
Yeah, Lydia actually hits pretty hard.
Does she?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Heck yeah. I used to hate wrestling girls,
Yeah,
bro.
oh, yeah. Wrestling girls is much worse, I'd say, than striking.
And then when you're younger, girls like develop way quicker than boys. So they like have strength that you don't have.
They'd be pinning people too.
Yup. And you're like, I am not gonna lose in front of a girl or to a girl in front of my fans.
One of my buddies got pinned by a girl at like a Metro or something. It was the funniest thing ever. We were clowning him for like the rest of the year.
Even if the girl is sick, it's like you still just lose. Like, oh
it's
man,
horrible. It's a lose-lose situation. You win. Oh, you beat a girl. You lose. Oh, you got beat by a girl.
Yeah, true.
You know
it's lose-lose.
Yeah, I never want to do that.
I'm glad that they have the girls state now.
Yeah, me
like
too.
In wrestling, because I feel bad for. Imagine if you're a good girl, like decent in skill, but then you're like in a 135 class with just dogs.
Yeah, you're gonna get suplexed.
Yeah. Boom. There was always like some pretty big tough chicks from like the Native American schools.
Oh yeah, they're huge.
They would just come with like some freaking big old chick who like can hang
280 pounds and just throw it
hang with
around.
the boys, dude.
Yeah, and then go get some Indian tacos or something after.
Dude, that's one thing that was my worst enemy was cardio for sure.
Yeah.
But then I found out after high school, all of my like big rivals that like I lost to, usually because I gassed out, they were all on steroids.
Really?
Yeah, it was like super common. Yeah.
Damn.
Like they're like, oh yeah, dude, you didn't know I was like.
Where did you wrestle at?
I wrestled at Belen High School.
Oh, so you were in town.
Yeah.
Belen. Did you know a guy named Santi?
Santi? Yeah.
Social Santi?
Yeah.
Whatever? Yeah, that's one of my buddies.
Yeah, I grew up. He graduated with my little sister.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
he was always at our house growing up.
Yeah, that's
he's a good wrestler.
Yeah, he's cool.
Shout out Santi.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, bro. Shark bait. Take you down. Yeah. Ankle pick. Just kidding. Yeah, he's killing it on the socials too.
Yeah.
He's catching predators and doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I've been training with him a decent amount recently.
He's been going to the gym?
Not to the gym, but we've just been doing our own thing.
That's what's up.
Like we went to United Fit a few times. We went to the track. Went to 10th Planet.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know he was still in it like that.
Yeah.
I see him like wrestling guys on social media, like
yeah.
in California, like on the beach.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he was pretty tough. I think he wrestled like 135 or something like that. He was light, but he was strong.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty crafty.
With his afro.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it, like a mullet afro.
I think he has a mullet, yeah.
You think you'll ever do anything crazy with your hair?
I don't know. We'll see. I might just get like a random impulse to dye my hair some certain color before a fight, but I don't think so.
Reverse mohawk?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. No way.
I think Sean O'Malley, that's like his brand with like the long braids and all that.
Yeah.
It's all about marketing yourself.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Walk around with like puffy purple hair.
Did you ever bleach your hair like in junior wrestling?
Yeah.
Because that was like super common.
Yeah, I did that like 8 months ago.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Just white it out? Or
it
like
was like
bleached?
kind of yellow.
Okay.
Like I didn't do it right, but.
Just for fun or what?
Just for wrestling.
Oh, for wrestling?
And then I got injured before state.
Damn.
So yeah, it was rough.
I could relate to that, bro. My senior year, that was the year, I was like supposed to take state.
Mm-hmm.
and I got walking pneumonia like the
Oh.
week before
That's horrible.
districts.
Oh no.
I still wrestled, but they're like, dude, you have one lung that's functional.
Yeah.
And I was just like, not the same, dude.
Did you wrestle in state?
Yeah.
You just didn't do good because you were obviously dying pretty much.
Yeah, I lost my senior year. I ended up taking 5th. But I went into state with only 2 losses from
sweet.
4A. So I had like a really, really good season, and then I just got hit like hard.
That's rough.
So that was like a heartbreaker. You know, as a
Yeah.
kid, bro, all you think about is state. My
Yeah.
dad was a state champion.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like in Texas, like football is like such a big thing to take state. It's like that culture in Belen.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
everyone is state champions. Everyone's parents are state champions. It's like
You got to be,
tradition.
yeah.
You have to. Like we have the wall of champions. You go to practice since you're your age.
That's
You're
one.
like, I want to make the wall.
That's one thing that sucks since I dropped out is I can't become a state champ.
Yeah.
I know for sure I could have done it,
Yeah.
but maybe in another life.
It's all good, bro.
I'd rather be doing MMA though for sure, training 3 times a day than just one practice after school.
It's like your hidden talent too.
Mhm.
Because like no one knows.
I can wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no, you can't see your state champ, but like
Yeah.
you probably could have been.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I probably could have maybe this year and senior year.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have sophomore year, but
Did you watch the NCAA Nationals? Do you still watch that?
a little bit of it. I
Like-
saw Gable Stevenson's match. I saw, I forgot his last name. It's Kale something. He wrestles for Iowa.
Okay. Did he lost?
Oh no, it wasn't Kale. It was Drake Ayala.
Okay.
He wrestles for Iowa. I think he got second, I believe.
I don't think Iowa had any champions.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them because they always have dogs like DeSanto and all those like tough
Yeah,
dudes,
yeah,
but
yeah.
they're always like
Second place.
always.
Yeah.
It's crazy how dominant Penn State has become.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm glad they didn't get Bo Bassett because that would have been like a monopoly right there.
Yeah. Where did he end up going?
Iowa. He went to Iowa.
He went to Iowa.
Yeah.
There was like 2 more studs that got signed to Penn State. It seems like a lot of them are going to Oklahoma
Yeah, really?
or Nebraska, like because they kind of have a chance to take it.
Mhm.
So to be a part of the team that took out Penn
Yeah.
State, like I
Yeah,
could
yeah,
see
yeah.
that.
That'd be cool.
Oklahoma, because now they got David Taylor, so I think that's bringing in so many more wrestlers
Oh, for sure.
with that winning mentality.
Uh-huh.
Like you get a guy like Kel Sanders who went undefeated high school, college, and the Olympics.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, and then to develop that mindset with the team,
Mhm. It's
that dude's
crazy.
insane, bro.
Yeah. I like Ohio's good too.
Ohio.
There's some good guys out there for sure.
Oh yeah, Ohio was always up there. Even Cornell.
Yeah, Cornell.
I like when a kid makes it from a team that's like,
Small.
yeah. I was kind of going. I don't like him. I have like a love-hate relationship with AJ Ferrari
Yeah.
because he's kind of like an a-hole,
Mm-hmm.
but he's just like repping some school that like no one even knows. But
Yeah,
he took
yeah,
like
yeah.
3rd. It's still
Yeah.
pretty cool to see. I think
Yeah.
he's going to Oklahoma or North Carolina now,
Oh, sweet.
which is pretty good.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, I like watching anything fighting, bro. Wrestling, MMA, fighting, street beefs,
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
street fights. That's why I've been kind of into bare knuckle lately because it reminds
very
me
much
of
like
like
a
a
street
street
fight, yeah.
fight.
It is.
You have some dude with like his whole face tatted.
Have you seen
and-
Cody not Cody Face, Cody East?
Oh yeah,
he
I
just
grew
did
up with that.
He just did
He grew up in Las Lunas.
Yeah, he just did a BYB fight, and his whole face is just covered in blood.
Oh yeah, it was the most bloody fight. I think
Yeah.
Joe Rogan is even talking about it.
Yeah. Joe Rogan was like, yeah, his face was just a tomato.
Dude, so the East brothers. So I grew up wrestling with the younger brother who's passed away,
Ah,
but Tyler East, who was Cody's younger brother,
uh-huh.
freak of nature. Like he would drag guys into the center of the mat by their feet,
Yeah.
just destroy them. Like at the finals at state,
Yeah.
like insane. Like those guys. Like when I was this freshman at Belen, like I think we were ranked nationally. Like we were so like we'd go to Texas.
Yeah.
And I was just like a little kid, bro, like your age. And the whole team had like tattoos, Zias. And I was just like the little kid all like standing behind Tyler East. Like they would be fighting guys in the stands.
Yeah.
They were kind of like an FU team. Like
Yeah.
they were just like would win and just people hated us
Yeah,
or they
for
loved
sure.
us. Like I remember whenever we went to Texas one year, the crowd hated us so much. Like they were like dirty Mexicans. Like
oh,
we
damn.
weren't even like we're just like dudes like me, but they're
Yeah.
in Texas. They're so white. They're
Oh,
like
yeah,
anyone
yeah.
that's tan is like
Yeah. I remember when I went to Iowa, everyone kept calling me Mexican.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm not Mexican. I'm white. I'm just tan. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude. They would have to hide us in the locker rooms.
Really?
In between each duel match, they would have to hide us. And then when it was our turn to wrestle, then they'd bring us back out.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Because it was just too rowdy.
Yeah, that's insane.
But I love that stuff, bro. I live for that.
Yeah, me too.
I just try and like avoid it, but it's still in me a little bit.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow after the fights, I'm probably going to be wrestling someone in my living room.
Yeah.
It's for funsies.
Yes, sir. I'm
Dude.
excited for Bryce Mitchell's fight.
Me too. I'm
Yeah.
going for Bryce.
Yeah, me too. I love that guy.
He's just a character. He
Yeah.
carried the whole press conference.
Yeah, oh, he did. He did 100%.
It's like, dude, he's crazy, but like, who cares?
Yeah.
At least he's selling a fight. Like,
Yeah, I love Bryce Mitchell. He's a cool dude.
I'll be putting out many dogs in my day.
Yeah.
So they always squeal.
Before they die.
I'm like, yeah.
Let's go. Boy.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be sick. I'm going to watch them for sure. I'm probably going to bet on these ones for sure, too.
Yeah.
A little parlay.
Yeah, I'll probably do a parlay with like Bryce Mitchell, Michael Chandler, and Diego Lopez.
Same, actually.
Yeah.
And then the rest I'll kind of just let.
Yeah.
Hopefully someone doesn't screw it up. Every time I don't bet, all my fighters win.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I bet. So it's almost like a curse. But
I had one where I fucking wrote down every fighter I was going for, and I missed by like one, and it was like 15 guys.
you could won like $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's a heartbreaker. When's your next fight? Do you have anything? Are you talking about
I have one
when you might?
for sure at the end of June, but I'm trying to see if I can get a fight before then. We'll see though.
Okay.
There's another card in Oklahoma, May 29th, that I would like to do, and then just anything.
Yeah.
I'm ready for you know what I mean. I'll fight anybody pretty much.
And you're always ready. You're always in the.
Yeah.
Like, there's no off season really.
Yeah, there's no off season. I'm in there every day. Besides Sunday. Sunday I just sleep most of the day, but
That's what's up. You need those
besides
rest
that-
days.
Oh yeah, you need it. It's so important.
Dude, I'm rooting for you. I hope you continue to kill it. I hope
Yes,
you continue
sir.
to grow, get stronger, keep exposing yourself, getting your butt kicked at practice.
Yep.
I'm excited, bro. Sky's the limit.
Yes, sir. I appreciate
Just walk
it, bro.
with that confidence, carry it with you. The world is yours, bro.
Of course, bro. Of course.
You know, you already know, bro. I'm just telling you stuff you already know, but
Yes, sir.
just know, bro, you got an ATG family having your back.
Yes, sir. I'm
Shout
glad.
out to all the audience. You guys go
Appreciate
give
you guys.
Duncan a follow.
Yes, sir. It's
And shit.
Duncan Paine on Instagram. DUNCANPAINE.
Let's go. Yeah, share his clips. I'll make you a collaborator.
Yeah,
So
sweet.
we'll
Let's
put
do
some
it.
clips up online.
Hell yeah.
It'd be sick, bro.
Let's do it, bro. I can't wait.
Episode 94. Is there anything
94.
else you want to plug or anything?
Just happy to be a part of HEG family. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Heck yeah, bro. Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir, brother.
Let's go.